sluggers move with me, it's a gutter team. I love women who know the boom from the back. OG still perform, letting rap. Mike Blessing in a recession is food giving back to occupy labels that move, didn't wax now. Here come Bumpy on a primo track to represent hip hop from where we go back. Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it, cause you know what we got to do. Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe. No way. I let the beat keep breathing while I spit life to you heathens. You in the wrong place, to be real. Reasons. I usually don't spit corny styles like that cause I'm too seasoned. How you sending links trying to get on you stink. MCs don't give a what you think. Rapping if it's beef, I hit a brinks to put that kind of paper on your head to make a lot of blink. Now think, wouldn't you rather keep it music than to lose it all cause of music? I'm sure that's not how Bambaataa wanted us to use it. Now move it before I lose it. And I'm in it for the long haul. Bars, like life is in a long haul. Bar, my life rocking mics, I raised the bar. Phased them, dazed them, and blazed them all. Come on with it.
Yeah, you getting it though? Don't even go there.
Come on with it, cause you know what we got to do. Come on with it.
It's a road game for the Kings, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. The excitement of the NBA is on the way, with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
Yes. Tell him I said stop. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Yo. What up? What up, broski? You watching special victims unit over there, man?
Now Sacramento starting five. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Kufis out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo.
Oh, hold up. I knew you was going to say that.
And David Lee missing.
I knew you was going to say that, so I took a picture, bro. The nigga only shot 17 threes, man. He's scared of me for he's scared of me for real, bro.
Who was that?
2K.
That was 2K?
Yeah.
Hasn't Mo play yet?
Nah.
Oh.
Time early last season with that hamstring injury. Also opened the door up for Draymond Green to kind of take that starting power forward role. And give Lee credit, though. Didn't sulk.
And on top of that, I had to delay the whole game. I was upstairs playing on the Wi-Fi, and the nigga wasn't shooting.
Greg, you're talking
I'm
about
like,
David Lee,
fuck,
the two-time
everything is
All-Star.
against me in
Pretty much
this
a starter
one.
most of his career, though. A big change, Clark, as he came off the bench this past season after he was injured in the preseason.
Yeah, you know, you think about his game, though, Kevin. Highly skilled, mobile, smart.
You gonna have to bring the Cavs out for these
I think he's
niggas.
ideal coming off the bench.
Full 24-second shot clock. And Kosta Koufos picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just
Like
there.
Indiana might be 0-3.
Yeah, it looked
Shit.
like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
To the inside. And stolen by Koufos.
Now, that
Yeah.
was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Lee passes to Brent. And the Kings pushing it up now. And finished off by Gay.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Bradley. Here's Zeller. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Gay. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 6 points for Gay.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Nice shot by Smart.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
And a fast break now for the Celtics. Offensive rebound.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Austin with the ball after the Kings pick up 2. And Zeller kicks to Crowder. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Now watching Jay Crowder, he can really.
I think that nigga Mo. I think Mo mad at me anyway.
Physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And you know,
This nigga, I gotta pause the game for this so you can hear this, right? The nigga, I took the PS4 to the PlayStation. I mean, I said I took the PS4 to the PlayStation. I took the PS4 to the shop, right?
Yeah.
So niggas in the shop, mind you, I'm in a party with Mo, right? So niggas in the shop like, yo, we should start a little poll. You know what I'm saying? Everybody put $20 to the pot, and we pick who gonna win the championship this year, and then whoever win, they take the whole pot. So I'm like, well, shit, I already know who I think gonna win. They was like, who? I said the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, man, I'm talking about, and the crazy thing about it is like, I'm talking to him. I'm talking to niggas in the shop, but I got him in the party like how me and you in the party right now, so he can hear everything going on in the shop. So when I'm talking to them, and I said the Cavs, he starts oh, you a Cavs fan? Listen, mind you, he got his brother in the party. So it's him and his brother in the party, and I'm in the shop. So, oh, you a Cavs fan and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. But mind you, the nigga was just talking about he a Bulls fan, but being as though they from Michigan, he ride with the home team. He was just like, I'm not against Detroit because that's the home team, but you know, I ride with them, but I'm not fully committed to them because I'm a Bulls fan. He just said that. So when I said I think the Cavs going to win the chip, which I wasn't even talking to him. Oh man, you a Cavs fan and this and that. I know you a Cavs fan down at heart. You ain't a Boston fan and this and that. The nigga just start snapping. So his brother like, what? Oh no, he talking about the Cavs gonna win the championship like the Bulls ain't there. Matter of fact, he get the Cavs, I'm gonna beat. Matter of fact, if he get the Cavs, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him and this and that. Da, 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 da. I said, you know what, man? First of all. I just did the same thing that he said. Like, I like Boston, but we from Ohio. You dig what I'm saying? So I know Boston not, even though they made the playoffs last year, I know them niggas ain't gonna win no championship no time soon. You dig what I'm saying? So being as though I know they not gonna win, I'm gonna pick the Cavs to win. That's the next team I'm gonna go with. You understand? You see where I'm coming from? So the nigga he starts snapping up because nigga, I'm not a Chicago Bulls fan. That's you. You dig what I'm saying? I don't like Chicago how you like them, nigga. Like I don't have to. So what happened was one of the dudes in the shop overheard what I said. And when I asked him, I said, "Is the Celtics gonna win?" And he was like, one of the dudes in the shop. It was like Mo was getting in my conversation, and the dude in the shop was getting in my conversation. Because the dude in the shop was like, "What you pick? You think the Celtics gonna win?" I said, "No." I said, "Is they gonna win?" Then Mo was like, "Oh yeah, see you trying to front on me in front of niggas in the shop talking about what I said." I said, "What?" Man, all right, man. So he was like, "Man, talking, yeah, niggas with the Cavs, this and that. If you pick the Cavs, I beat the shit out of this and that." So I said, "You know what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna pick the Cavs." So I picked the Cavs. So what I did was, he was talking crazy. So he was like, "Man, you ready to play?" He didn't know I was gonna pick the Cavs. So he was like, "You ready to play?" So he came to my locker room. I had Cavs gear on. He starts snapping again. Nigga, this and that. Fuck. I'm talking about crazy. I'm not saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. So I said, you know what? He was getting ready to pick he was gonna pick the Clippers at first. Then when he seen I had the Cavs for real, he was like, "No, let's quit this game." He went out and he went and got the Bulls. I'm gonna play with my Bulls. Then he quit that. He was like, "No, I don't want to play with the Bulls. I'm gonna get the Clippers." So we get in the game. I ain't even for real. Like I didn't even like. I swear to God and everything I love. Like I didn't even feel right playing with them. Like I didn't even want to play with them. It was just a point that you trying to talk to your brother in a party. Like niggas don't beat me with the Cavs. I don't give a fuck who picked them. He just snapping on. He made something out of nothing. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick the Cavs. He was talking crazy. So what I did was the first quarter, I just came out on him. I start posting up Kevin Love, going to the point. He thinking I'm going to come out there all crazy. No, I came out there, put Kevin Love in the post, boom, 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 getting buckets. Then he tried to do that, so I let LeBron run the point, start hitting Kevin Love with threes and shit, spreading it out. So I just got up on him. I said, you know what, man, I quit, man. I got to cut somebody here. And I just quit, like, because I didn't even want to play with them. It was just a point, like, nigga, you just snapped for no reason. Like, only thing I said was, first of all, I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to niggas in the shop because if I got to put my money on somebody to win a championship, I'm not putting it on Chicago. I'm not going to put, like, yeah, the Celtics.
Was you blowing them out when you quit or what?
No, Monster, listen, on everything I love, like, I didn't even want to play that game. I just did it because he was talking shit to his brother, talking about if the nigga get the Cavs, I'm going to punish him, I'm going to beat the shit. He a Cavs fan for real and all this. And I said, man, you know what? Since you said it, I'm going to get the Cavs. So I just got, like, he couldn't do nothing. I was just up on him, and I said, you know what, man, I quit, bro. I got to cut somebody here, man, because I didn't want to play with them. I just did it to prove a point to him, like, you, and then on top of that, like, you did that shit for no reason. Like, I don't have to say the Bulls going to win. I'm not gonna. You understand where I'm coming from, no Monster? It gotta be some point. It gotta be some point where niggas gotta be realistic. Like, okay, yeah, the Bulls is a good team. That's your team. But every time since LeBron been in the East and Derrick Rose been in the East, every time in the playoffs, LeBron get them niggas right out of here. I don't see no team in the East beating the Cavs. If the Cavs don't win the championship, it's because somebody in the West beat them. But as far as getting to the finals, I don't think, especially now they got Verjao back. They got Tristan Thompson, Verjao. They got fucking Mo Williams over there, who better than Della Vendova. So now when Kyrie come back, they got a legitimate backup point guard. They got a whole healthy squad. Now they playing Kevin Love in the post. Kevin Love done worked out all after the whole off season. He done got stronger. They playing him in the post more. They're good. They're gonna be a tough task, bro. You gotta be. niggas just be hating, man. Niggas just be hate. Niggas hate LeBron, bro. I don't.
That nigga said the same thing last year. He was like, you know, Chicago, man, we got the best starting five in the playoff time. I don't know. I ain't saying that because I'm a Chicago fan. We got the best starting five, man, and they lost.
Right.
What you talking about, really? Yeah, man, what you want me to do?
That nigga really.
You said the same thing last year, and the Cavs beat them without some of their players. So what you want me to say, bro? You think the Chicago Bulls was the best? I think the Cavs the best. Shit, it is what the fuck it is.
Yeah, and like I said, nigga, the Celtics my team, but I know they not. First of all, they gotta get past fucking Chicago. They gotta get past Miami. They gotta get past Cleveland. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, man.
It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a
yeah, I'm like, what's wrong with that? But the thing about it is, everybody doing it because of LeBron on there. That's because they hate LeBron. It ain't even about me. It's about LeBron for real. That's what it's about, bro. I'm like, these niggas is crazy, man. I don't get it, man. Cause I'm like that. I'm like I know I ain't crazy. I'm in the party with the nigga, and the nigga literally he just said it.
The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And the Kings making a change here. Owen Ellis checked in. There's McLemore. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
I don't know, man. I like Boston. That's my squad. That's always gonna be my squad, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even on the game, like I'll try to run with these niggas, man, but I'll be struggling with them niggas, man. But I don't think that them like they made the playoffs last year by the skin on their teeth, like, you know what I'm saying? I think they got a little better squad this year and all that. They like we might make another playoff push. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why we shouldn't make the playoffs, but as far as like winning the championship, I don't think them niggas is going. I'm not even gonna say I don't think. I know they not gonna win one soon. They got too many obstacles in the East, man. Like Miami got better, fucking Detroit doing their thing, man. Then you got Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Chicago doing their thing. They got a whole new offense. They got a whole new way they playing their system, so they got better. The Cavs came back healthy, man. It's a lot of. I think the East is a little better than it was last year. You know what I'm saying? Then you still got teams like you can't forget about Toronto. Like it's gonna be tough for them niggas to win a championship. So if I gotta put my money on somebody, it's not gonna be Boston. Like, that don't mean I don't like them, but that's not my team. It's just like I'm not on some real life shit. I'm not gonna put no money on them niggas to win a championship.
Very much improving in year 2, and that means perhaps Stauskas will be the odd man out.
But that by Rondo. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make.
No. See, the difference is this is the difference though. With the Bulls team they got right now, they got a legitimate shot because they got a good team. Like I would consider the Bulls to be a contender. Even with my team, even with the Celtics right now full strength, I don't consider them to be a contender. Yeah, they might make the playoffs, but they're not a championship contender. So it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So,
outside Bradley. Inside. Here's Lee. No good. Good D by Rondo.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Yeah, kind of shorter, cause like
a beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
Right.
Smart misses.
All right.
And this quarter he has clearly been off the mark.
All right.
Here's McLemore. Crowder pulls it in.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task.
Right.
Stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And it's Bradley on the drive.
Right. They definitely out the East right now. I think only contenders is Chicago. It's still early as shit for real. Like, but I think I think the only solid. Yeah, but Detroit. I think Detroit undefeated right now too. I think they.
I like it. I like it. You broke out the fancy finish there.
Detroit won.
And for Coach Koufis, Clark.
Right, but I think the only clear teams that you know is like probably like Miami, Chicago, Cleveland, and Miami, Chicago, Cleveland, and shit. I don't know. Miami, Chicago, Cleveland. Nah, I'll pick as far as like no, but I'm talking about. Nah, but this is what I'm saying though. I will put Toronto over Detroit only because of playoff experience. Like Detroit haven't been in the playoffs. You understand what I'm saying? So they could play regular season basketball, but they haven't. I don't know how they're gonna hold up in the postseason. But Toronto, they've been in the postseason like the last 2 years, so I would get them a little edge over them as far as like postseason play. As far as like, you know what I'm saying, to be able to make some noise for real. I really didn't get a chance to see what Washington looking like, because I know they lost a couple pieces. They lost a couple pieces that they had, you know what I'm saying. And I didn't really catch them in their games yet, so I don't know what they looking like. I know the West gonna be tough though, man. I think the West is like up in the air for real, for real.
And he uses the glass on the way. Koufis has got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior. Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Zeller passes to Sullinger. And he puts in for the easy 2. Credit the assist.
I had an argument with these niggas at the shop today. They talking about, it wasn't an argument for real, for real. It was like, I don't know, it was just like a little minor debate. These niggas, man, these niggas is crazy, bro. Like yesterday, right? Niggas in the shop yesterday, it's a nigga named Nell who come in the shop. He ball or whatever. But this nigga is like a LeBron fucking hater. I'm talking about to this the way the conversation went yesterday. Went yesterday and shit. And we talking, mind you, we not talking about nobody but power forwards. The nigga was like, a couple niggas in the shop was like, Blake Griffin the best power forward in the game, period, hands down. I said, what? I said, Blake Griffin. I said, because last year they was talking about, he a Lakers fan, but all of a sudden he talking about Golden State now. He one of them boys. So he pro Steph Curry now. So last year in the playoffs, he was knocking Anthony Davis. You dig what I'm saying? He was knocking Anthony Davis or whatever, whatnot. Now I think, me personally, I think like as far as power forwards, I like LaMarcus Aldridge's game. You know what I'm saying? But the conversation went, he came in the shop yesterday. So he talking about Blake Griffin the best power forward in the game. I said, what? I said, how was that? And he just talking all this shit, right? So he was knocking Anthony Davis. I said, well, you got to look at it like this, bro. I said, Blake Griffin, as far as offense-wise, Blake Griffin really didn't expand his offensive game for like the last 2 years. Yeah, he been averaging like higher, like say he was like he averaged like 22. He gave his stats and all that shit. I'm like, yeah, you can say that, but you gotta remember this. The first couple years, the majority of his points was coming off like alley-oops and all that shit. Like, it wasn't like that nigga had no crazy offensive game. Like, he really just developed his offense when Doc Rivers got there, because Doc Rivers for real he said ain't no more Lob City. And he made that nigga work on his game. So like the last couple years, he like, you know what I'm saying, he's starting to come into his own. I said you gotta look at Anthony Davis. I said he got an upside. You gotta understand, like, he only been in the league. He only been in the league for like what? This is what, 3rd year? You gotta give that man a chance, like, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, what this nigga said was, he just started snapping about that shit. So what I said was, all right. I said, well, you tell me how. I said, you tell me this. If Blake Griffin the best power forward in the game, you explain to me how the hell last year they had Houston down 3-1. In the closeout game, they had them niggas in the closeout game. They was down 3-1 in the series. In the game to close them out, they had them niggas down 16 points in the 4th quarter. They let Houston come back, win that game, and win the next 2 to win the series. How the fuck is you gonna let that happen if you're the best power forward in the game? This nigga went immediately to LeBron. I said, that was a question that I asked him. That nigga went immediately to LeBron James. I said, well, I said, we talking about Blake Griffin and power forwards. Like, how LeBron get in the conversation? Oh man, because LeBron did it. He did the same thing when he was playing. You were LeBron fan. I said, bro, I didn't say nothing about LeBron. I'm strictly talking about. I asked you a question about Blake Griffin. You brought LeBron up. You dig what I'm saying? Oh man, nah, because LeBron did the same thing when he was in Miami and he played with then Dallas beat him and this. I said no, he didn't do the same thing. It's one thing. All right, yeah, they had Dallas down. I said first of all, you gotta look at it like this. Yeah, they had Dallas down 2-1. I said, but the reason why it's not the same thing is because the way the finals was set up that year, I said Miami had the higher seed. So the first 2 games was in Miami. The next 3 was in Dallas, and the last 2 would have been in Miami. So they had them down 2-1, but the next 3 games was at home. They had 3 home games. It's going to be hard to beat a team on their home floor. That's number 1. I said number 2 is that's still not the same thing. Having somebody down 2-1 and then losing the next game and then losing in 6 is different than having a team down 3-1 in a closeout game, having them down 16 points in the last quarter of the game. You letting them come back to win that game, and then they win the next 3. That's not the same thing. I said if that was the case, I said you got to be realistic. If that was the case, and LeBron was in that situation, and they had them down 16 points in the 4th quarter, then niggas gonna go to the rack and milk the clock, and they'll fuck around and win the game from the free throw line. He's not gonna let them niggas come back from damn near 20 in the 4th quarter of a closeout game and then end up losing the series. It's not the same thing. But they looking at it like, oh, you a LeBron fan. How the fuck, out of all that, how do you get that I'm a LeBron fan? Now I'm just being realistic. That shit not gonna happen. I just like, I was like, bro, I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get it. And they were like, you a LeBron fan, or alright, that, but then you a LeBron hater. Like, what the fuck? What's the difference? If I say the nigga nice and you talk about him negative, that mean I like him, you hate him. Like, what's the difference? Like, I just don't get that, bro. I don't get it. Like, and the thing about it is, like, I don't even be bringing this nigga up, man. Like, even today in the shop, I didn't bring the nigga up. Like, niggas just asked me, like, yo, who you think gonna win the, and I said, you know what? I said, from what I've seen and the way they play, if they play the way they play, from what I've seen, they're going to be hard to beat. And I'll put my money on them. Because, like, last year, first of all, this is my opinion. Last year, I think if they would have had either Kyrie or Kevin Love in that Golden State Warriors series, they'd have won last year. That's just my opinion. You dig what I'm saying? For one, having either one of them would have took pressure off LeBron. He could have got more rest and been able to do what they were doing, you know what I'm saying, was what had to do. So I think having one of them would have made a difference last year. And this year, from what I've seen so far, like the little bit of the game I watched yesterday, because you know the Celtics played yesterday, but they didn't play till like 7:30. So I watched the like the first quarter or the Cavs and Miami. Nigga, as soon as the game started, I'm talking about as soon as the game started, the first couple plays, they going straight to Kevin Love in the post, putting him straight in the post. Then after that, boom, LeBron in the post. I said, oh yeah, like if they play like that, and then like I said, once Kyrie come back and they got Mo over there who can shoot you're not going to be able to double team with both of them on the floor and then with the shooters and playing. I just think they got a chance, bro, and that's all I said, man. And like niggas just I don't know. Like all of a sudden I'm a Cavs fan. Like I'm not a Cavs fan, bro. The fuck? I'm not a Cavs fan. Like. I'm not a Cavs fan. I'm just. If I had to put my money on somebody to win, I would put it on them.
You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Sacramento making a switch here. Rondo's checked in.
And the Kings last year could be exciting at times on offense.
I would love to see. I would listen. I would love to see the Celtics in the championship. I would love to see that shit. But realistically, it's not gonna happen. I know that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cheat myself into believing something I know is not gonna happen. You know the shit that they would have to pull off to be. I'm talking about not next year, not the year after that. The bet is this year. You know the shit that they would have to pull off this year for them to get to the, let alone the Eastern Conference Finals, the finals. Them niggas have to play perfect basketball. Like that shit is not gonna happen. They got too much in their way, man. Like I said, they had to get past Miami, Chicago, and Cleveland. That shit not gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen. So I would be a fool to put any money on the Celtics to win the championship, bro. But that don't mean that ain't my squad. Like what the fuck? That's my squad.
And stolen by Coley Stein. And it's Butler with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there.
Meanwhile, let me get back in this game. I ain't paying attention.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
The Celtics really.
But my thing is like my my thing is I'm not even talking about motive. I'm talking about just the shit that I go through every day with these niggas in the barbershop. Like if I say anything about, oh, you a LeBron fan, it's not, nigga, I'm not. If we talking basketball, it's like I told these niggas last year. They was talking about, like in the beginning of the season, they was talking about LeBron. I think the Cavs gonna get put out like in the first round. I said that shit's not gonna happen. They said, how do you know that? I said, bro. They like, you a LeBron fan, you a LeBron. I said, I'm not being a LeBron fan, I'm being realistic. I said the nigga been in the league since 2003. I think they missed the playoffs the first year, but other than that, every year, the nigga has never been put out in the first round. He been in Eastern Conference Finals or better. He might have lost in the second round. I can't recall it. If he did lose in the second round, matter of fact, I think he did once to like Detroit or something like that. Because I remember at first when he first got there, they couldn't beat Detroit. But after they beat Detroit that one year, he scored like 50, damn near 50, 58 or some shit like that. After they beat Detroit, that's when they start clashing with Boston. Ever since then, Boston and Cleveland been meeting up in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's a fact. So if you're telling me, and then when they go to Miami, they went to the Finals 4 times. Then he go back to Cleveland and go to the Finals. So the nigga been in the league 13 years and never been out the playoffs in the first round. That's a fact. So being as though I'm stating this fact, they're like, oh, you a LeBron fan? No, I'm just talking facts. Nigga, like, I mean, maybe I'm crazy for that, but it makes perfect sense to me. Like, how you gonna say, fuck if you don't like him? How are you gonna say this man's gonna get put out in the first round when it never happened? Even like you can't say like, well, what if his team get injured? Because even with an injured team, the nigga he's still going to the fucking finals. You understand what I'm saying? Even when the team not at full strength or when the team injured, even like when they played against the Spurs, everybody, well, he ain't had nobody. The nigga went to the finals last year. Kyrie out. Fucking Kevin Love went out in the first round. Iman Shumpert wasn't 100%. They went to the finals. So it's like I don't see. I mean, the nigga would have to be injured. Like LeBron, I'm not talking about the team. Like LeBron would have to be injured to where as though he like 65% or some shit like that, and they just go up against a team that's just like too much in order for me saying, all right, he gonna lose in the first round. I've never seen it happen. For real, some real shit. Like even when he first came, you gotta remember when he first went, they played Washington. They used to battle with them. Then after that, they used to sweep niggas. I remember they was sweeping everybody like the first 2 rounds. Sweeping Atlanta. It was sweeping niggas. And they might end up losing, and they might end up like they lost to Orlando in the Eastern Conference Finals in Boston. But other than that, they were sweeping niggas. So that's a fact. So for me saying that, they were, oh, you a LeBron fan? Nah, we talking basketball, bro. That's just like I just don't be getting it, man. And niggas can say what they want to say and big up other players and talk about like Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, Durant, and everything is fine. But as soon as you bring up LeBron or say something about LeBron and what he do, oh, you a LeBron fan? Well, nigga, you a Westbrook fan? Like what the like? You know what's the difference? If you like somebody, or you talking about somebody, like what's the difference? But just because it's LeBron, it's a problem? Like what the fuck? Like that's what I don't get about them niggas, like and niggas in the shop. Like that should be irritating me. But I told them niggas today. I said, listen, man. I said I told myself yesterday, I'm not getting in no more LeBron debates, man, because it shit is pointless. Like I'm not getting in no more LeBron debates, man. I'm not gonna do it, man, because first of all, like for real, like that's not my team. I'm a Celtics fan. That's number one. But number two is I just don't like how niggas. I just don't like how niggas be like. Niggas don't even be having facts. Like they just be talking because they don't like him. Oh, LeBron a bitch. He'll put this and that. All right, that even if he was, you still can't take away from what this man does on a nightly basis. Like you understand what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'll be arguing. Like you can't knock what he do. Like he do what he do. He do what he do, man. Like that, it is what it is. Like I told my man in the shop the other day. He was talking about Kobe the best player in the league. I said, nah, I don't think so. I think LeBron is. So he was like, man, if you want to base it off of championships, Kobe got more championships than him. That make him the better player. I said, all right, you might say that. I said, but if you want to dig deep into the situation and really look at it, I said LeBron been to the finals 6 times. I said Kobe got 5 rings, which is true. LeBron only got 2 rings, but LeBron been to the finals 6 times. I said now if you look at it like this, 3 of them championships that Kobe got, it wasn't because of Kobe, it was because of Shaq. Like if you really want to be real about the situation, it wasn't like Kobe carried the team. Shaq was MVP of 3 of them championships, bro. And then when Shaq left, they were saying Kobe couldn't win without Shaq. That's why you gotta remember, Kobe was ready to leave LA until he got Paul Gasol and Bynum. That nigga was ready to leave LA because they couldn't win. But then when they got Bynum and Paul Gasol, he won 2 more rings. I said the difference between LeBron is every team LeBron been to the finals because of him. Whether they won it or lost it, they went to the finals because of him. That's the difference. He had D Wade, no, and he had Chris Bosh. But you got to remember what happened when they first got there. When he first got to Miami. Them niggas was on. I think they went like on a 13-game losing streak. They was losing, but you gotta remember what happened when they started winning. They won when D Wade went to LeBron. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna fall back and let you run this team. This is your team." Then when he did that, they won and they went to the finals every year. You dig what I'm saying? So it's a difference. And then straight after that, and then I told the nigga, I said straight after that, the nigga came back to Cleveland. Cleveland was like one of the worst teams in the East. He took them niggas straight to the finals. So it's a difference, man. Like you gotta respect what the man do. Like, but do that make me a LeBron fan? No, I'm just stating facts. That shit hard to do, man. That shit is hard to do, man. But the thing. Now
here's Smart. He's covered by Collison. Kicks to Turner. Lock at 6. Fires from 18. Rebound by the Kings. Caspi's got 3 rebounds.
I don't know, man. I had a problem with the nigga LeBron before, right? It wasn't, and this is my issue with him. I didn't have a problem with as far as like what he did, as far as his gameplay. I had a problem with him as far as like his attitude about shit when he was a little younger. Like the reason why I had a problem, first of all, I had a problem with how he left Cleveland. I didn't have a problem with him for leaving Cleveland. I had a problem with how he left Cleveland. You dig what I'm saying? Because the way I looked at it was like, all right, you've been with this organization from day one. Y'all was contenders. Y'all had the best record, not in the Eastern Conference, but y'all had the best record in the NBA for 2 years straight back to back. You dig what I'm saying? Then now, not only that, but every year the organization they made roster changes, they made coaching changes, they did everything in their power to try to get y'all to win a chip. You dig what I'm saying? And for now, the reason why I didn't have a problem with him leaving was because at the end of the day, you're a free agent, you can do what you want to do. But the only problem I did have was if you knew you was gonna leave and you didn't have no bad blood with the organization, like everybody was getting along and all that, you could have let them know, like, look, I plan on leaving, you know what I'm saying? So they could have got something in return for him. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have put him in a sign and trade deal or whatever. They could have did something, whereas though they still would have been straight. So I didn't like how he did that. And then another thing I didn't like about what I didn't like about what he did was when he got to Miami and they lost against Dallas, the nigga was like everybody, when they asked him, they was like, well, what do you think about the fans that wanted you to lose? And the nigga was like, well, they can enjoy it for like a month, but after that they're gonna have to wake up and go back to reality and shit. Some fly shit like that. I really wasn't digging that. Like, cause for real, without your fans you wouldn't be nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that comment he made. But the thing about it is, since he made that comment, the nigga matured a lot and he humbled himself. He don't handle situations the same way that he did before. So it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I never had a problem with him. Like, oh, the nigga he ass or da. I never had a problem with him. I just didn't like the way that he handled them two situations.
On the wing, Johnson.
But I don't know, man.
From deep three-point range, and it's Rozier missing. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
Alright, let me get back in this game, man. I ain't even paying attention.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
So Boston ends up with the lead. Caron Butler's checked in for Sacramento. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned.
You know you about to go there. You know you about. Oh, Isaiah, yeah, he's definitely doing his thing.
Coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe. That's
right. You know I'm about to get back in this game though right now, Monster, right?
Thomas passes to Urepko. He dishes it to Bradley. The pass to Sellinger. Shot is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Anderson gets it to go.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Kings leading now by 14. Gay outside. Got a hand on it. Bradley, no one around him. Tries again.
Hey, hold on, man. That ain't nothing but spit.
Oh man. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. $67. I mean, they only scored 9 points in the fourth quarter. Yo.
It's right underneath you. Underneath you. On the floor right there.
And it's good on the way.
You ready?
Yeah.
Crowder's
Fucking
got
Indiana
6.
lost again, bro.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys.
You know what I noticed,
And it's
though?
paid
One thing
dividends.
he did do,
And with as many
he had
points
two
as
squads
they've got
that-
in the
that
paint,
he's
you know, they
seen
haven't
something
had to do much work.
He was running with he was running with Orlando, Utah last year.
I know.
That's a great
that's what
job
I'm saying.
getting
He
to the
seen
line
something
here.
in him and
You know, he
they
didn't have a
started to
single
show.
attempt in that first quarter
I
because
remember
I
he
thought he
had
was
Utah.
tentative.
I
Much
thought
more
I
aggressive
beat-
here in the
that's what I
second.
beat last year.
It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the
I'm
Celtics
saying
were
them
able to
niggas
get back
has
into the
evolved.
playoffs
They
last
got-
year.
they're in the
And
same
kind
roster.
of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Tobias Harris started to ball. He stepped his game all the way up. from
That's
last
good.
year.
And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And James Anderson is going to pick up a foul. That's his first
What you
foul.
thinking about Tobias, nigga?
Tobias been tough.
You don't think he stepped up from last year?
I mean, last year he was having 30-point games.
Thomas goes in, and it is there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
You gotta remember him and Vucevic was having 30-point games last year.
Kings lead by 11. And we'll be
I
back
think them niggas
right
put up like
after halftime
30 and
for the start of
20
the
one
third
game or
quarter.
something.
We'll see you in a bit.
I know. I had league pass, nigga. I watched them niggas. That nigga was not doing some of the shit he doing. I don't know if you been watching that nigga this year.
Nah, I really ain't, nah, I really ain't watching this year. I watched that game. I watched the game they played. What's the name though? What's the name?
And he just went off in those first
Yeah.
2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive
That nigga, what's the name, was
as they
balling.
try to
Fucking
disrupt his rhythm in the
Oladipo.
second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has
did the
been.
same thing, basically. I don't know. That nigga just look like.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
I think he'll be an all-star this year.
How about the game for Rudy Gay? He has 12 points and 1 steal. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Amir Johnson is out there with David Lee. And it's Crowder in it, the 3 slot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Over to the wing. McLemore dishes to Kufis. Again, Sacramento.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Thomas, that's good.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
And McLemore kicks to Gay. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Thomas. Kufis grabs the miss.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Thomas again. Rondo. Down low. And goes to Kufis. Picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Thomas, here we go. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And guys, what a game changer Isaiah Thomas is offensively.
Yeah, he's a spark plug, really dynamic as a starter off the bench, and he gives you exactly what you want, a guy who can pack a lot of production, not only into a small frame, but a small time frame as well.
The Kings making a switch here. Caspy's checked in. So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
And talking about Thomas, one area where he can improve is his playmaking. Averaged less than 4 assists a game last season. Defense is starting to play him just to score, and to some degree, they were effective in doing so.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked
I
in.
can't wait to see what them bitches do against Chicago tomorrow.
Oh, Orlando.
I'm anti-Chicago, yeah.
He said I'm anti-Chicago.
Back to Rondo.
Oh,
6 on the
man.
shot clock. That's good from Gay on the assist by Rondo.
Them niggas barely beat Cleveland. Man,
Rondo's got his 4th assist in this one.
Them niggas beat Cleveland in the first game.
On the topic of Thomas, guys, you don't need him to be a starter. You need him to be an energizer, a spark plug, the kind of guy who can come in and ignite your offense. When he's in the right matchup, he's
They
dead.
lucky they called it the first game.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And that's their whole
Double team on
squad. We
Thomas.
missing 2 people. They
He
still
feeds it
won
to
by
Lee.
barely.
Outside for Thomas. Celtics passing it around. And there's the
Man,
3-second violation.
no, 3 seconds. I just got the ball to that nigga.
Mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
Cousins, no good. Celtics trail by 14.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of
The
that
fuck is you doing, Rondo?
that they seem to have lost. And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Thomas goes in. He kicks the lead. It's rebounded by Rondo.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
It's tipped. And they'll keep possession. One-on-one fast break. Here's Thomas. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Thomas got 8 here in the quarter.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Now here's McLemore outside. Rebound Boston.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see his confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it. Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
To the middle. Got that one, and the Kings lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Lee.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball. He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bagels in the second.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound, just a little too aggressive.
And that's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Passes it to Caspi. Rudy Gay on the wing. From the corner. Another miss by Gay.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterward.
Thomas with the steal. Here's Bradley. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out and transition. That's been the difference.
7 straight
nigga
fast
Bradley,
break
hi.
points, Greg. They've got the defense gasping for breath right now.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on. Clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history.
Sacramento making some changes. Bellinelli comes in for McLemore, and it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. And there's Darren Collison on the assist by Rudy Gay. And it's 9 points for Collison. Out left of the wing. Inside. Knocked away. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
You know, Smart is playing well. He's got 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's foul number 2 for him. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Casper. Smart passes the lead, and stolen by Cauley Stein. And the call will be against David Lee. That is his first foul of the game. Jared Sullinger's checked in for David Lee. To the paint. Here's Bellinelli. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Bellinelli's got 8 points. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Rebounded by Smart.
Wow. And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
And now the Kings fast break. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
So the wing on the left. Here's Crowder. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Crowder's got 11 points.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Screen by Cousins. Here's Cauley Stein.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Well, last year for the Celtics, they weren't exactly world beaters at home. Still good enough, though, to get the job done.
Yeah, just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball.
I want a foul, ref.
Well, they can't get it to go.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Cauley Stein. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Willie Cauley Stein.
And, you know, for the Celtics at home, they were able to get wins by playing tough defense in front of their rabid fans. Their offense virtually the same as when they were on the road. The defense was the difference at home.
Collison with it. Now Thomas defending. And Thomas over to help. So it's Sacramento. Celtics trail by 6.
And as you said with the Celtics, it was the D at home that helped them get wins here. They'll want to be better than one game over 500 this season to get back into the postseason.
Dishes to Cousins. Pass to Collison. Knocks down the 3 ball. Collison's got 12 in the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Thomas dishes to Crowder. Thomas down low. He's covered by Collison. Smart wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. Butler. But they recover it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Cousins with the bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed will he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
And the Celtics making a change here. Lee's checked in. Sacramento also making some changes. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. Anderson comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Curry subbed in for Darren Collison. The offensive rebound.
3 seconds, right?
Another shot.
Man,
He
God
had stolen by
damn, he's supposed to
Sullinger.
give one up.
Butler with the steal. To the middle. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Kufis has got 12 points in the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one.
Are you kidding me?
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple of years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof, only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
Turner's checked in for the Celtics. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Cousins. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Curry. Anderson's got 5 points so far.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more dominant than D out in the way he treats his body.
At the line for the Celtics, David Lee. The first one falls. Jerebko's checked in for Boston. And so David Lee nails them both. Kings leading now by 11. Stolen by Smart. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Smart's got 17. Here's Curry. That's tipped. Cousins uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Kings lead by 11.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Kings ahead. They lead. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And a look at the five for the Kings to start the fourth. They've got Anderson. Rajon Rondo is up there with Ben McLemore. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Cousins in at the center.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The D still has to keep an eye on him.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Second shot opportunity. And Boston with the rebound. Smart's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Turner. The feed to Smart.
Man, caught him 3 seconds today, huh?
Right wing. And a wide open look for Lee. The wing jumper off target.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now now. Here's Smart. He's covered by Rondo. Right side, Lee. Lee can't get that one to fall. Kings leading now by 8. Crawley Stein, he's checked in for the Kings.
That's his second personal foul. Into the lineup for the Kings.
Shot from the inbound. Cousins, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Well, David Lee with the Golden State Warriors began his career with the New York Knicks. We're talking about him. Him and his play, and it's sometimes hard to get a good compass on what kind of player he is.
Yeah, you know, he was drafted 30th when he came out and certainly played above that draft slot. Then when he re-upped for the 6 years, $80 million, people started to wonder if he was able to play to that value.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And getting back to David Lee, before the big contract, he was putting up some huge lines. I mean, he was the first Knick to go 30 and 20 in a game since the great Patrick Ewing. And he became the first NBA player to record at least 35 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists since Kareem back in 1976.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
And, you know, back to David Lee, we all know about his struggles with the Warriors, and many had written him off completely. But then at the end of last season, he showed that he still has the energy and skills to contribute if given minutes.
On defense, the Kings. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Thomas kicks to Yarebko. Shot clock at 5. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. And the shot is long.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
It's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Boston.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Crawley Stein kicks to Collison. That's his 6th field goal today. And that makes him now 6 for 11.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Rozier the best to Thomas. That is good.
Get up off the floor, Zan.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball.
Nigga sitting on the floor trying to get a call. Nigga, get back on this.
At this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound them inside.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And I think it's fair to say last season was a bit of a transition year for the Kings. I mean, after firing Malone and the injuries to their stars, they just tried to build for the future, realizing that was going to be in their best interest.
Lee dishes to Turner. 6 on the shot clock. And lots of contact there. Listen to the shot. He shot 2.
I had him, man.
And the Kings last year were able to get George Karl to lead the team. A good hire for them. His team did decent under him back in the last half of the season.
Yeah, they still got a lot of work to do, but he can certainly make it happen for him. One of the outstanding coaches in our league. The Kings actually were in it for a while last year, but then had a mini rebuild mid-season.
Smart's checked in for Thomas. There's a good screen. Collison kicks to Bellinelli. Now here's Collison. He's tightly guarded. Celtics trailed by 4. Here's Rozier. His three-pointers off the mark. Sacramento's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Butler passes to Ace. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Bellinelli. Sacramento again missing. Down low. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take this.
Grab the ball, Rook. Mark Smart got 7 turnovers.
Here's Collison. There's the dish to Bellinelli. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Urebko. Urebko's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Smart. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Now here's Smart, defended by Butler. Off the pick. And dunked by Smart.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Stolen by Smart. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And Greg, I've got to admit to you, I mean,
He will give it 3 up.
Get all the way back. I thought they were done, but they've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
On the wing, Turner feeds it to Lee, and stolen by Butler. And now Sacramento on the break. Collison with the ball. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Excellent feed from DC, Darren Collison.
And here's Smart. Lee sets a screen for Smart. Kicks it to Lee. All sorts of time. And Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 9th assist in the game now. There's the screen. Now Bellinelli. Here's the 3. Rebound Boston. Urebko's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And
He gotta go.
Missing.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through.
Boston making a switch here. Bradley's checked in.
Yeah, he got. No, it wasn't him. It was Rozier, the shooting guard, the rookie.
Outside Rondo. Rebounded by Urebko. Urebko's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Brent. Wide open look. And right through it goes.
That was a 2?
So it's Sacramento. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Rondo. Again, Rondo missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And then Gay with the dunk.
It's easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Rondo on the double team. To the paint. Count that one, and the Kings lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Smart.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
Greg, you were talking about Rondo and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
They set the screen. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Celtics trailed by 4. Bradley kicks to Turner. Outside Thomas. Hands it from downtown. Thomas got 13 points here in the second half alone.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's Rondo. Kicks it out to Gay. Second chance shot. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Celtics making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Johnson, he's checked in for your red coat. Boston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Outside Thomas. Inside. And stolen by Koufos. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Rondo gets the bucket.
Just an ugly 4th quarter, 1 of 8 from the field.
Celtics trailed by 3. Now here's Thomas. He dishes it to Sullinger. Here's Crowder. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And for Sacramento, their shoot in the 4th quarter not pretty, down around 29%.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Boston shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Rondo against Thomas. To the inside. And stolen by Koufos. Nobody near Gay. Off target with his 3.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
The drive by Rondo. It's deflected. They get it back. Tries again. It's stolen by Sullivan. Here's Crowder. He dinks the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the 4th quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
And their greatest enemy during that comeback was the clock. But they can finally stop worrying about time and start thinking about how to win this thing now.
And Thomas, here we go. Johnson dishes to Sullinger.
Are you fucking kidding me, Sullinger? What the?
Kings leading. The Kings, another fast break chance right here. Another miss by Gay.
Oh my God.
Boston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Sullinger with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. Thomas goes in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Look at Isaiah Thomas, and he's been getting it done. He has 23 points, and he's drained. 4 3-pointers here as well.
And with more to come, you know, it wouldn't hurt to keep getting him the basketball.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And some changes here for the Celtics. Lee comes in for Jared Sullinger. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Johnson.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
Rondo kicks to Gay. Back to Rondo. McLemore, the pass to Rondo. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
He had a foul to give there, but he'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, he would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for McLemore.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. He knocks down the clutch free throw. Can't sink it. And
wow.
That was an important free throw.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
I missed the fucking free throw. You kidding me? Come on, Isaiah. You gotta win that from the line, baby.
Just a moment.
Isaiah.
Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. And so off the tip, it's Boston. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings. Rudy Gay is up there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Koufos in at the pivot, manning the middle. That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas. Here's Rondo. The pass to Bellinelli. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to David Lee.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Thomas kicks to Smart. He feeds it to Lee. Fades away. Koufos grabs the miss. Koufos has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. Gay can't get it to go.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Great action here if you're just joining us, about 1 minute into OT. And the bucket counts.
That's some fucking bullshit.
Make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Koufos with the block. Bellinelli for 3. Here's Rondo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
So far in this game for Rondo, he's got 17 points and 5 assists.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme, so that takes it to a whole level when you get supreme in terms of your stats.
And KODs, right?
Yeah.
KODs.
Well, their worst fear came true. This is still anyone's ball game, but losing him to foul trouble will make it a lot tougher.
Bradley's checked in for Boston. And the Kings also making a change. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Boston, no good that time either. Sacramento's gotten neither of their first 2 3-point attempts to fall in overtime.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Screen by Lee. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Rondo. Gate kicks to Bellinelli.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He misses the free throw. Jerebko's checked in for Boston. And a change for the Kings. Darren Collison, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the free throw, no good.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising with such a tight game.
Yeah, they've had their chances, and they're playing with passion. They've just got to tighten up on the execution.
Thomas against Collison. Here's Jerebko. No good with the triple.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 11 points for Willie Cauley-Stein.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Out left to the wing. Bellinelli with the three. Good work defensively by Turner. The Celtics have gone 2 of 7 from the field in overtime. Certainly not the best.
Oh, shit, Ev. Come on, Ev.
Outside Thomas. Down low. Here's Lee. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Lee's got it all tied up now for the Celtics. The Kings have gone a shade under 50% from the floor here in overtime. They've hit 3 of 7.
Nice hustle to get them a second look.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. The score is tied 130. 112 left to play in the first overtime. Making some changes. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Lee. Johnson comes in for Jerebko. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Bradley. The Kings also at the sub. McLemore's checked in. Sullinger left side. And stolen by Gabe. There's McLemore. Over in the corner, Turner. Back to Thomas. Sullinger, left side. And stolen by Gabe. There's McLemore. And he was
that was some bullshit right there.
It's been a good one for McLemore. He has 9 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous. And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Here's Sullinger. Turner fires. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
Here's Collison. No good. Good D by Thomas. Tense moments here late in overtime as they look to take the lead.
You cannot afford to come up empty.
Sullinger's 3-9 game.
What?
And there's the whistle.
Are you?
Screen.
Thanks.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that
Are you kidding me?
We're talking about a game down the stretch.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
And Sacramento has possession. A drive by Collison. Another tie.
Yo, how Sullinger get that foul?
And will return shortly.
That shit, they... What?
Well,
Oh, shit. Burnt the shit out of me.
thought we might wrap it up in regulation. Then it looked like overtime number 1 might yield a winner. But instead, the overtime periods are piling up. And guys, still no winner yet. Sacramento with the ball.
Wow, I didn't even see the jump ball.
Shoots it up. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Smart with the ball. Picked up by Collison. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. To take the lead. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult. Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempt.
And there's the slam to finish it off.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is
Wow.
a critical time in the game, fellas.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there. Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Back to Thomas. And the 3 off target. The Kings shoot 43% from the floor. Bradley drives in. Out to the right wing. Smart passes to Sullinger.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
One here. And then Gay with the dunk.
Just enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal, and then off to the races. Yeah, that was big time right there, Clark. That's terrific basketball.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Thomas, here we go. Here's Bradley. And the 3 ball is good. Bradley's got 19 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Collison up top. He kicks it to McLemore. Just 5 to shoot. Coley Stein dishes to McLemore.
Good defense, y'all.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Bradley with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. It's deflected. And now the Kings fast break. Gay with the ball. Outside Collison. Back to Gay. Yes.
Wow.
And the foul. It's on Jared Sullinger.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got
Nut
to
shit,
do better.
man.
Bradley against Gay. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gay's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Kings making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And Thomas, here we go. In the corner, Bradley with it. Here's Crowder. But they get it back. Outside Brandon. Shoots the 3. No good. So the
bullshit,
Kings will take
man.
it the other way. Here's Gay. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Sacramento leading by 3. Outside Rondo. Rebound Boston. There's 48 seconds left in the second overtime period, and here we are. Crowder with it. Now defended by McLemore. It's deflected.
Fuck!
Stolen by Gay. Money!
That was my fault.
And Kevin,
Fucking bitch.
play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts grade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Crowder. There's the 3. Sullinger dishes to Bradley. Pass to Smart.
Man, that was my fault I lost that fucking game, man. Some bullshit.
Sullinger picks up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Rondo, good.
Some fucking
Excellent
bullshit.
communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Now timeout called by Boston. They trailed by 7. Just 4 seconds left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's
That was
gonna get
some
them back in
bullshit,
it.
man.
Who knows what he's drawing up in there, maybe working on a play for down the road in another game, but whatever it is, it's too late for this one.
So the Kings win it. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials...
I fucking, man, I was smoked them niggas for real. If I wasn't talking in the first quarter and got down 15, I'd have bombed them niggas.
I told you about that, bro. We both was
Run it back. Run it back. Them niggas can't beat though. Oh, some fucking bullshit.
Hold on, man. Give me eat your food. Hold up.
I need this shit. Fucking bullshit. What the fuck?
Shit, boy.
Oh man.
What's up, man? You really want this?
Want what? No.
You really want this?
Yeah, nigga, them niggas ain't even. Them niggas ain't even on their level for real.
They about. They way on that level.
Man.
I'm gonna have to use cousins way better. I be bullshitting with my power forwards, man. God damn. I practice the post moves and I get in the game and I can't pull them off. I don't know, my hands too big. Oof, knocking niggas out hands, man.
What you talking about?
Huh? I said, I don't know if my hands too big. You know, these knock 'em out hands, man. Knocking niggas out hands. Specialized.